Well, now we've got a Susan play on Tarek. And a flashbang. Flashbang to set up for a Zeus kill.
Tarek's one of the early pioneers of the Zeus.
Early adopters. Yeah. First mover, invested into it heavily.
It was the first sign of the Tarek era coming into effect.
I forgot about that. 23rd round. And I mean, Astralis had a freaky round that they won with USPs. If EG has one now, then surely that's the map.
Yeah, this late in, but Glave's not letting that happen. Oh, actually, Ethan coming through the smoke, taking a bit of a risk, getting the AK-47, and oh, here's the Zeus. Tarek, give it to us. Oh, he's gone low. He needed to go high, and he was way too far away. It is the unfortunate nature of the Zeus, where like your brain doesn't really recognize fast enough that he's too far off. Like you're like, I have one chance at this, and you turn the corner and you see your target. And you can't stop your finger from pressing the button.
What if they made it so that, because obviously for good reasons, it can't be the type of taser that actually fires the pins at range to like immobilize people. That would never work in Counter-Strike. But what if it's just like a regular taser where you can hold it in for a long time and you could run at people, but they'd hear like the sound of it buzzing?
Oh, so you have to get close and you just zap them?
That'd be horrifying.
Yeah, but is it like, do you have to hold it like for like 3 seconds on a target, or is it just...
Yeah, maybe if they have teammates, they can like interrupt it and save him, but otherwise, yeah.
But if they get too close, it spreads and they all get immobilized?
If they stand in water, yeah, you can sap the water. I don't know. Listen, I take it all back.
Horrible ideas with Anders. We mentioned this the other day. You're an ideas person. They don't all pan out.
Yeah,
they're not all even really worth conversing about.
The strategy is to have a lot of them, and then you're just playing a numbers game at that point in time, yeah.
13-10, but Astralis mounting a comeback. Another small buy for the EG side. Ooh, double tag on a Magisk. He's down to 11 very early on, and EG trying to stop this 3-round streak from the Astralis offense.
Again, if they could do it with just pistols, that's 3 tags from Cirque. Surely soon that'll result in a kill, or even if they're just so low on health that the pistols could do something. Actually, this is...
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
You want to get hyped up. You're ready.
I'm kind of feeling it.
Well, Astralis is about to double smoke long, and they're going to cross. Now, that smoke, they're going to hope for, I would imagine, some counter utility to come through, and when they don't see any, it's just open the floodgates. There is a gap.
Wait.
A rare gap in that smoke.
That's a sneaky kill, though, and that's a really big problem. You need your members to stay alive here when you've only got pistols. Glaive is hunting them down. The scout is no more. The hype is all for nothing.
Glaive is playing this T-half. Like, I know he had a quiet first half. We talked about his score. He's only at, 9 kills? So I think he was one of the players that like 4 or 3 at halftime or something like that. But this T-half, he's been spectacular. He's found a number of entries, a number of kills in mid. Now he just bails them out of a really tough spot, a position that could have been dangerous for Astralis.
Well, that is, I mean, we've been mentioning this many times in the past, but that's kind of a test of what it means to be a tier 1 player at, not just in Astralis, but generally speaking, is if you can have some of those, bad halves, or sometimes even whole maps that aren't good, and then still find a way to stay relevant, still find a way to do something. Sip had that one round where he opened up long with a quick kill of the Krieg. It's little things like that. You don't mentally sort of give up. You just keep fighting for it, and suddenly you'll have your moment where you're the guy to make the big difference. So fair play to both Glaive and Sip for not really bowing out of the game here. And 11-13 now, so it's kind of anybody's game.
Small note, just a really good end of the round sequence from Tarek, saving that scout, grabbing one more kill on the exit, forcing Dupree to blow up with a bomb, and picking up a free Krieg in the process. So, I mean, down the stretch, we all know a number of times economy is sometimes the biggest factor of what you can buy, what you can have. The fact that Tarek's able to get a free gun out of this might be the difference between having an op in one of these later rounds and not having an AWP. And actually, I think we're going to watch EG switch into a double op. I believe that's the first time they've done it in this half.
Yeah, in spite of the fact that they probably had the money for it, they were winning without it, so why even go for it? Now, under a bit more pressure. But you're right about Tarek. Putting that peanut brain to use
Really good use.
Now already evil geniuses. There's something...
EG strikes me as the kind of org that could really capitalize on that reputation.
I hope they do. I think there's a lot of amazing branding to be done on that front. Happily supported. Oh, nice shot. And Ethan with the follow-up, taking down Device. That is a great start. And Ethan, maybe not usually known for AWPing, but certainly doing a remarkable job in this round. And he's been playing good enough. That was his 15th kill right there. But again, not way at the top, but finding a way late in the game here to have a huge impact. And
this is scary, though. We talked about Glaive, how good he'd been playing. Tarek had no idea he was out. He found a perfect timing to lurk. And even with advantages in this round for EG, it's a 4-on-2. This can get dicey. This could actually, especially with Xyp9x involved in the action. Yeah, these are the two lowest fraggers for Astralis, the guys who have been a bit more quiet, but you don't never want Xyp9x in a post-plant situation, and look at all the utility that Glaive has as well. Oof. This is secretly dangerous, Anders.
Yeah, 2 versus 4 doesn't seem like that much, but I think he could be right. And they're taking a long time. They're waiting for that smoke over at Catwalk still. Nobody going to be coming through CT spawn, and Breeze is just waiting for his teammates to tell him now is the time, walking into it. That's a beautiful shot with the Krieg, and Glaive in a lot of trouble now. There's low on time though, and Glaive, could he just play for the time? Almost. They line up for him. They're coming around the corner and they just run him down. But they've run out of time. They don't have the defuse kit. What an outrageous win. 2-on-4. And Astralis, they've got away with some big ones in this game.
You need to be, I feel like it's tough with that smoke, the utility that Glaive had on Catwalk. You could see Zonic calming everyone down. But in a 4-on-2, it feels like you can be a bit more brute force. You can be a little bit more, flex your muscles a little bit to get back into that bomb site earlier. Give yourself the time, especially considering this is what, a 4-on-2 overall. That's actually, a 5-on-2. They end up losing all to that lurk play from Glaive.
And then what, a 1 versus 4 at the end even for Glaive?
Yeah, good point.
Ouch. That plus the USP round.
Yeah, there's been a lot of disasters now starting to add up for this EG side, just right at the end. Right at the end of this map, really falling flat. Another buy, Cirque has the AWP and rifles on the board, but all the entries, it just seems to have shifted. All the opening kills seem to be going the way of Astralis, and no one from EG can recover. And again, just a walk into that B bomb site, and there's nothing EG can do. Tarek, Cirque, and Breeze gonna back off, and Astralis has tied things up. On the back of a 6-round streak, all 6 rounds they've been able to get into a bomb site and get a plant and win by explosion. And one more time, you have to imagine, with the money that Astralis has built up, they're going to hunt these down.
Well, Glaive and Device are already sort of defining the perimeter of where that hunt can happen, right? They're saying, well, I'm a Catwalk, I'm out long, or T-spawn, so we know they're going to be here somewhere. And as soon as the bomb goes down, only Meg's going to be really hanging around, making sure there aren't anyone left on the bomb side, any weird shenanigans like that. But ultimately, yeah, why not hunt the rifles? Why not try and do it? If you can get these away, you might even just buy a 14th round almost free. Good kill for Cirque, though. He walks right into the shot, and that's the AWP gone for EG. So already worth it at this rate. Glaive trying to cause a bit of a distraction. Megas coming in from the other side, and he's going to land that headshot immediately. Tarek out of it, and now Breeze wishing the round would just end, and it finally does, but that is still so worth it. For Astralis' point of view, all tied up at 13-13.
Well, now we'll see. I mean, you can't call this EG team inexperienced in any way, but we'll see if they've yet gotten to that point where they can stop this level of momentum from growing. It feels like it's gotten to that critical mass. 6 rounds straight for Astralis to tie things up. And at some point, EG is going to have to respond. Out towards long we go. May just knife out, getting there quickly. Krieg, he's actually gonna pressure the corner, but they're all blind. What a sequence, great defense. Breeze and Tarek combining for 4 kills. Cirque actually added in with the AWP, and that's what you needed. That's how you shut it down. Good job from EG.
When you're the first guy out of that longhouse, and you know all your teammates are doing is throwing flashbangs to sort of hope that you're fully covered all the way through, but there was some kind of a gap, or somebody from EG, the first guy wasn't flashed, and the results are just devastating, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. You can even see the second player, Xyp9x, turn for that follow-up flashbang. I think part of it, too, is so many times you've watched Xyp9x come out that long on this T side and just go towards, or I think it was actually, maybe not so many, but 2 or 3, where he just goes to that blue bin, right? And he plays it much differently, much less aggressive. And that has worked, you know, pretty well. That time it's a switch up in the tactic of how you want to attack that corner, and obviously doesn't pan out. Maybe not expecting 3 players on the defense to be there. But EG maintain that lead, and they finally stop the streak, and they do it with, what, all 5 players surviving? So now no longer on the verge of being reset. They feel much more comfortable.
What a great return for EG. Again, it takes some of the pain out of losing that 2 versus 5 or the 1 versus 4, however you want to put it, but now they're back and they're close as well. 2 more rounds, and they'll be able to pick up map number 1 here against Astralis, and that would be great for them, obviously. Dupree trying the same with the flashbangs, and Breeze again there to stop it. And do they really want to commit to this one more time? It seems like a big risk at the moment. Ethan and Breeze with some kind of a crossfire. Actually, Breeze just going super aggressive out of the pit.
Using his own Molotov for cover. And actually, Xyp9x takes a lot of damage. And I think Astralis realized, and wisely so, they just had to back off. Now, the one thing that's the one thing they gained off of so much is knowing 3 players out towards long. May just taking a lot of liberty in middle. And here comes that hit. Ethan is in position. He can't stop it, but it looked like there might be a gap in that smoke.
Yeah, definitely feels like it. Yeah, they know it as well. So, oh, they still don't actually manage to make it past. So that's a bit of a shame. Stanislaw with a reaching out from beyond the grave to take down Glaven. Now even Breeze in T-spawn with the flank. Tarek, I mean, a kill here in the round is pretty much done. And he's really quick about it too. Follow-up headshot is fantastic. And now they're actually shutting down Astralis 15-13. And map point for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that switch up to the long strategies for Astralis these past 2 rounds has been the backbreaker. They've had no success on those. They found entries, you know, when it was Zip sometimes lurking it. They found Glaive on catwalk and in mid, getting them entries as well on this T side. This massive duel of utility at the long corner just has not panned out these previous 2 rounds. So that's what's allowed EG to get back into this and be in 2 chances to close this one out. Also, the money for the Danes. Very bruised. UMP going to come out on Glaive.
Indeed.
They're going to be light on nades, light on utility. Device only with 3,400, so no chance for the AWP.
The fact that they went back to that same kind of a long execute makes you wonder if they had some sort of weakness that they were really confident about exploiting.
Yeah, trying to prep for it, like trying to lead them up to it for the whole half.
Something like that, yeah. And then it just doesn't really work. I was going to say, you could go for the triple down, but they're not doing that.
They're going to go back to Zip being the lurker, it looks like. But even he bails away from that. I think a Molotov got there, and Cirque with a pick in towards middle, and he wants more. Dupree right around the corner. You have Device and Zip coming to meet up with him, and Cirque's going to have a chance. That's a great tag on Dupree, and poor Dupree wasn't even the one who jumped across. That's Xyp9x who baited the shot into his teammate's body.
Yeah, what do you say at that point in time? Thanks, bro.
Damn it, Zip.
Great start for EG in this round. Early kill, a lot of damage to the door. Cirque not afraid. He's kind of holding this angle, I think, in case they smoke off CT spawn. He's just ready to still fight them. And this looks like it's going to be a B hit. Now, they have a Molotov that they could throw towards Stanislaw's position. If they do, that would be a fantastic opening. But when you have 1 grenade like that, it's a bit of a weird lottery. And look at Tarek trying to take all the attention away and make himself a little bit bigger, just trying to buy it away. And Tarek goes down, Stan in the corner, early with the flank out, but that's not going to be working. Glaive instead with a double entry. And now Cirque's even taking a bit of damage through the door here. Somehow, they may have actually done it. Dupree in the middle with the UMP, and I can't believe Astralis find a way back in this round.
Yeah, especially with 2 players really holding onto that B bomb site aggressively. Bree's going to try and clear this out, and he's got that kill. They can go for this. The bomb isn't planted just yet. Or they can at least see if they want to get any, or if they can get a kill to make it worthwhile. But with the double ops in hand, they're going to back away.
Yeah, they even had a fair bit of money to work with, right? So
I think they actually could go for this if they really wanted to. I don't think it would hurt so much if they lost all that, but fair play.
That's one of those rounds. I even totally understand why Tarek was trying to take up that much space.
Yeah.
But then he goes down, and it almost looked like Stanislaw. I almost wonder at that point in time, what if he doesn't? Like, what if he just holds his breath?
Stays there and waits for them to come to him. Yeah, he turned the corner, and I feel like he couldn't really pick a target to finish off. Right? He sprayed one down halfway, the other one down just a little bit.
Sort of slightly hoping maybe that because they just fought Tarek, they weren't even ready for it, but that was That was not what they were looking for.
I feel like I've been in that position that Tarek was in so many times. Not the exact one, but where you like jump on top of a box and you can see over smoke and you're like, yeah, no one's going to expect this. I've got a little bit of smoke cover. It'll be like an easy kill. Someone's just going to walk into the crosshair and then bam, you're dead.
Instantly down. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. 15 to 14. 30th round coming up, so either a close and narrow victory for EG or overtime. We do love overtime, so...
Yeah, all the bonus rounds. Wonder what Astralis is going to call out of this. Long seems to be shut down these previous 3 rounds.
It would be cool if they called Long again, just, you know, saying, you know what?
Either it works or it doesn't. But
yeah.
We're going to find out right now. All right, well, here we go. Round 30. A chance for EG to take the opening map of this series, or a chance for Astralis to force overtime. Ooh, a scout tag onto Stanislaw. That's coming from Device, and Cirque hasn't really peaked too much with that AWP. And back towards Long we go, but this time it's going to be slow. It might be a timing. They put out the Molotov, and yeah, they've caught him a little bit off guard. This is what they wanted. Zip can't win the fight, though. Breeze, he turns. Good trade from Tarek.
Yeah, that's huge. Coming through the smoke to take down the pre. Otherwise, that would have all been worth it for Astralis. If they just do an even trade out of Long, they're going to be quite happy with that.
I think the nice thing, if you're EG, what's making you feel very, very happy is double op still on the board. So Ethan can use his inside the P-bomb site and anchor that down, and you can have the rest of the units just be very mobile. You have a Long, you know, you're going to have the information if they start coming up Long, but middle and catwalk, you can be so shifty in your defense.
Right now, Astralis are waiting and hoping that someone's going to be pushing. You see Glaive looking in middle, Device over at Long in the pit. They're just praying that someone's going to walk into a shot, and credit to EG right now. They're not giving them that opportunity. And 50 seconds, I mean, every second counts right now for Astralis. When they're not going to find an opening, then instead they have to try and regroup and figure something out.
So they have 2 smokes, both of them on the players that are Long, so they can actually set up that wall. They have plenty of Molotovs as well. The tough part is just the one flashbang. Magisk has one on catwalk. He's hoping they'll take the attention away. He's hoping he can lurk, and actually, he has no idea at the moment, but there's no one in the A-bomb site looking towards catwalk.
He's very late. He's expecting there's going to be more of a retake happening from that position, and now that means this main push is going to be the really big deal. 20 seconds, and Tarek looking over the smoke. This is a great idea, and they seem to be actually ready for it. Losing Device, though, that's very bad. 10 seconds left here. Astralis trying to force that overtime, but it might not be possible any longer. 8 seconds left, and they need a bomb plant. Glaive running out of time, and the jump on the other side. No more chance for a plant here. Evil Genius is 16-14, taking down Astralis on map number 1. If you're not actually...
Try to keep your eyes closed, 'cause you won't
going to save humanity, and you're saying
no, it's
you're
purely
saying
selfish.
Some of us will die a bit later, but we'll have a great time doing it.
Yeah, everyone, you know, it'd be like BYOB. Everyone bring your own booze and everything like that and have a good time.
All right, well, there it is. Now we're ready.
Those are crazy odds for this close of a matchup, I feel. I feel like those odds are a little way too wide.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, some faith in Astralis from the community perspective?
It is Inferno, so I think that's going to help. I think still this EG in the center, even if you go back to like NRG, obviously, which just a couple days ago, I think you need a little bit of longer sample size before you can really trust them to remain at this top level. And here we go, pop out of the halls.
This pit setup, you're both going to be Molotov'd out now. The flashbangs rain in, and he's just falling down on top of you, actually raining men inside of the pit. And I don't know how they come out on top of that kind of a scenario. 3 versus 4. And a very difficult retake ahead of them here. Almost, one is tempted to say impossible, but...
I would go so far as to say it is kind of impossible. It takes some kind of massive mistake out of Astralis to lose this round. Glaive is going to find an easy one. There's just too many angles to check this whole way through. And Breeze and Stanislaw, I feel like you just save here. You know, maybe you want to buy up in the next round, save the armor, save the kit on Stanislaw, but there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely no way, and that stuck around too long. Breeze won't bring anything forward, and they're going to try and hunt down Stanislaw. He might be far enough back to not have to worry about anything, but actually he's going to have an engagement with Device here. And yeah, now he's stuck. Now he's certainly going down. Good shot from Device, and a good round from Astralis.
Yeah, a bit of a different pace here to start off with on Inferno for Astralis. Had a hard time beginning both the halves on Dust2. I guess they did win the pistol, but then they kind of messed it up on Dust2, right?
Lost the second round, yeah.
Yeah. So if they avoid that now, then it'll be a lot better. You know what? You know what I miss that people don't ever do anymore?
What's that?
If you save a kit like Breeze did in the pistol round, why does nobody ever buy a smoke and next round try and ninja defuse? Like, I know it's incredibly low percentage, but
yeah,
just do it for me.
Yeah, stop being selfish. Do it all for Anders. It's just, you could put that to such better use, can't you, than just going for a ninja, right? Especially on a map like Inferno when you're on the CT side.
Better tactically and win percentage-wise.
But not in terms of entertainment value.
Yeah. Losing out heavily on that front.
It's a fair point. We'll have a chat with them moving forward, the players. We'll get the CS PPA together.
Hey guys, we need an ninja defuse like once a year. It's a really strong one. Well, smoke timing is not bad for Tarek, but unfortunately for him, there's 5 people on the other side, and they're just not going to respect it. So.
Yeah, I think maybe if I was like maybe a half second earlier, but they'd already been part of the way through. Okay, Ethan, grab yourself a second, perhaps, and actually, this flank can do so much work. They're going to go for this. They got another ding through the smoke. What is happening? What a monstrous performance from EG. Smokes in their faces, and it just doesn't matter. All on Mage's quick double kill. They've got to be careful not to throw this away, and there's just too many bodies.
That is outrageous, isn't it?
The amount of luck, I guess, that had to go their way to get all those kills and dinks and headshots with the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a huge part of it, right? And then Sip got spammed down for the smoke, ran back to safety, and this was, safety. Yeah, that was
right there under the bomb planter.
I can't even believe it. It looks even more ridiculous in the replay, doesn't it?
Oh, I think even Ethan's first kill on the Device was through a smoke, and he was far away with the 5-7. He was like just rotating through CT spawn. Fair play. It's happened again. They win the second round. We'll take that.
You know what? If you're Astralis, you have to try and just forget about that and say, you know what?
How is that for entertainment value, Anders?
Yeah, that was quite high up there. I appreciate that. Thanks to EG. Tarek is going to be taking down Megis, but I don't know if Astralis appreciate the, that just yet.
No, but Astralis have, over the years won their fair share of ridiculous rounds with, force buy pistols and USPs and all that stuff. All that good stuff.
There has been a little bit of that in the past, you're right. Still not without danger in this round, even in a 4-on-5, and the Deagle there on Sip. They've crossed into the bomb site. Over at the coffins, though, Tarek, surely they've used all of their luck in that last round. Dupree still goes down, though, and now it's a 3 versus 5. But those 2 AK-47s, there's some smokes here left on EG to try and get back into the bomb site, but it's risky. Glaive trying to go aggressive, and that might have been too much. Now it's even more trouble for Sip and Device, and the Deagle not quite landing this shot. Actually, he will follow it up and at least got the kill. Now Device is blocked out. There is a slight gap there, but how? I don't think it's worth maybe going for 1 versus 4. He's just going to back on out. So a kill and a bomb plant, I think something.
I think he sticks around if it's a default plant, but because it had been planted behind first oranges, he knew there was just no way for him to ever swing wide enough to take the planter off of it. So 2 rounds in a row for EG, off to a good start, even with that plant. Eric having a hell of a time in Banana. He's and Ethan handling that so well.
Some of these peaks, right? Dupree through the smoke, Glaver at construction. If they have more utility, they flash their way through something like that. You know, there's going to be something else. These are just, you know, hoping that it works. And when it doesn't, you're sort of left in a position where you're like, oh, well, now we're 2 on 4 and we've really got nothing left.
Yeah, Glaive actually did have he did use a flashbang before that peak, but it wasn't, you know, the peak was so delayed that the flashbang would have worn off either way. Boost up over the smoke. You touched on this yesterday, how doable this was, and almost backfires entirely. Ethan goes down, and Stanislaw takes a bit of damage for the attempt. A 5 on 4 the way of Astralis, but still, just outside of the AK-47 on Device. Not a whole lot of power, just Deagles. No utility, but they do only have 2 defenders here. That's the bomb.
That is the bomb. So flashed in. Oh, it's a stunning headshot for Device.
That's a sick read as well. He was waiting for the pop flash.
Yeah, he absolutely was. Breeze now in pit. Can still do a lot of damage. Backup is being called for, but Sip able to pick him up, and Tarek finding a bit of safety there. I was going to say out in the open. That would have been bad. The grenade, that was fantastic. The follow-up Molotov and Dupree, well, he was going to go down either way. Now Device. Triple kill, 29 health, and Stan is coming in from the other side. He's already close to it, waiting for him, in fact. And yeah, that was very smart from Stan. He was just not making any noise and just thinking eventually he almost has to come back and take that look. So unbelievably close round, but do you win it?
No, but that's costly. That's not a win that makes you super happy. You've got to reinvest so much money into this next round. So Astralis with the plant, they're definitely going to be buying up. Remember, that's a saved AK-47 and just Deagles invested into. So they're going to have a very, very good investment, and EG, no money left in the bank after this buy. Only Ethan has anything really worth talking about. 2,600.
Double up, though.
Double up, though. 1 on Tarek, 1 on Cirque, and Cirque is going to take his in towards mid, and actually he looks like he wants to get aggressive. Might turn towards alt mid for just a brief moment. There's the shot, and you see him shake his head because he knew it was there. But his brain was warning him of the danger from mid, and he plays it conservative.
Can't really do anything about that. At least he didn't end up going down there. So that is a bit aggressive.
Kind of aggression you like, though.
Oh, especially from an AWPer like Cirque. He's so capable of winning fights like that. So I don't blame him at all. Breeze, to me, is feeling a bit lonesome for somebody to show up on that side. I feel like any kind of a heavy aggression. I guess they'll know withstand, but still, if like two or three people came out of apps like that with the 1 good flashbang, that would be rough to handle.
Yeah.
Still, the 3-man stack could be great, and with Tarek winning the first fight, the no-scope follow-up, if that would have connected, would have been spectacular.
Yeah, Tarek is very far out wide. Oh, Cirque, that's a shot he wants back. That felt like it should have been a hit, and now he's going to be smoked off. They might think that's the only one, though. That's the second defender. You can see Glaive still searching for Ethan inside the bomb site. Easy kill for him. Flashbang assist from Cirque, and he can't follow it up. He can't build upon that, and now into a 3-on-3 we go.
If they put the bomb down here, you can shoot through that coffin. They're going to try and make the cross. There's a big gap there. And I don't even think they actually heard the bomb going down, so not even an attempt. Sip covering over at Banana. Stanislaw is eventually going to show up, but otherwise it's Cirque and Breeze for the retake through CT spawn, and we'll see how that goes. No more grenades left on Astralis, and they want this round. That previous round that ended in 1-on-1 is building into this one from Astralis' point of view, so they need to win this. Sip has got the right angle, and he's going to get that fight. Breeze will take down Dupree, and now it's a 2-on-2, and time is running out for this one. Cirque, that AWP is suddenly very valuable when you don't have any cash at all left here, and they're going to take that one as well. Device with a quad kill, and Astralis with a huge round here. That that has a big swing in their favor suddenly.
Yeah, that's magnificent. That's the money all taken away from EG. They're going to buy up into this because it's such a tough money spot. They're going to have to save to no matter what. So going for the investment, upgraded pistols, they'll have utility. And they did win a round like this earlier. So maybe a bit of confidence in that sense as well. Ethan, unfortunately, could just never find the follow-up kill. And Device, 9-2 now on the map, 156 ADR.
Well, the analysts were even asking, you know, where's Device on that Dust2 game?
I actually think he had a very good CT side on Dust2. Well, maybe not very good by his standards, but I thought it was solid. I think he was part of the reason they were still in that and made that comeback, but definitely in the second half, felt like he faded away a bit.
Not now, though. Now he's back. Saving his energy for Inferno. Setting up for, I mean, especially with Glaive lurking back there, could definitely be an Apartments play, which, given the setup here for EG, that could be scary, couldn't it? It's great if they win the first. If they win the first fight, if they take down either Cirque or Breeze as they kind of apps, I think it's all fine. But if they don't, then it could really backfire. There's a bit of a kill from Tarek. They've turned the corner. Dupree, even for the smoke, he could do so much damage. A bit of a jump. And I don't know, the bomb's going to be planted. What a weird round.
And again, I don't know if EG can go for this. They do have a man advantage, but they don't have a kid. Actually, excuse me, they have one kid on Breeze. That's a big kill. That might open up the possibility. Still a long shot, especially with the double pit setup from Zip and Mages. And this is the hard part. They might be getting lured into going for this.
Yeah, but Breeze does have a Molotov, and he has a kit as well. The Molotov in the pit. There it goes. Meg is being forced out. He's flashed on top. What a combination. And Zip down in the pit. They line up for him, but it doesn't even matter. They have the kit as well, and that is going to be a fantastic win. Actually, no one's picked it up, but they're still just barely going to have the time, I think. EG with some unbelievable round victories here. Just that MP9 lurking around apps. They win it 3 versus 5, and they go for it.
I did not think it would be that effective. What a good use of the utility for EG. That is so spectacular.
It's the fact that they force him out into a flashbang.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not the Molotov, it's that follow-up flashbang you can see from Stanislav. Great teamwork and great cohesion from the in-game leader calling out that utility. That is so well done. Even in a 5-on-3, that felt like it was still out of reach with the weaponry that they had, the pistols that they had.
Yeah. Oh, there's 100 ways that can... And you're right, we've seen it very often where someone gets a little bit of an early success in the post plant and they think, oh, we'll go for it. And they lose everything. And then in retrospect, the smarter choice would have been to do nothing. But
well, if you flip the tables in your Astralis, you lose the second round to 5-7s, and now you've lost another one. In the first 6 rounds, you've lost 2 force buys to EG. And that must be so frustrating. Still a decent arsenal themselves in terms of 2 Kriegs, 2 AKs, plenty of utility.
It's not really the Astralis that's not the kind of score that we associate with Astralis, I guess. But you know what it is? It's building a great story of the rivalry between these 2 teams. You have to appreciate it.
Well, I think at this point, Astralis is going to have a rivalry with pretty much everyone in the scene, right? Like, Liquid obviously is a big one.
Gunning for them.
EG is a big one. MIBR had some cool games towards the end of last year against Astralis.
FaZe Clan.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Why'd you throw me under the bus like that?
Because it was funny. I won't lie.
We did kind of give each other the sideways look before this map began, because we did just look over. There is a B stream going on for this event, and OpTic had taken out FaZe in the first map of their series, so each of us have that like uncomfortable feeling of, oh god.
That was a joke that was mostly for my own benefit, because I could actually see you, so. Well, here we go, into the B bomb site. Ethan falling back into the Molotov, and actually they've got a big stack here with 10 seconds left. Magus opening up, but Astralis, they might just run out of time. If the bomb goes down, that would be a disaster. 6 seconds on the clock, and they are barely going to get that bomb plant in. That is ridiculously close.
I feel like this is the second time we've seen EG with a stacked B bomb site. 3 players there and not able to hold on to it. Just not enough production, not enough frags coming out their way. Dupree doesn't even need to take this fight. He can just back away, but can get close up behind the half wall, and that's an easy victory. And that seals the round. Breeze wants the kill. I don't think there's anything he can follow up with, but he's going to go for it. He's still actually fighting for this and almost transfers over onto Device. A 3rd round, though, for Astralis. And eventually, if Astralis keeps trading this, like, it doesn't matter if they win those rounds to pistols and 5-7s. Eventually, like, you're not going to lose all of them. You're going to lose one at some point. So for Astralis, yeah, those 2 rounds kind of suck. You don't want to be dropping them, but you just consistently have EG in a weird economic situation. So, a narrow lead.
What do you say about that?
For the American side.
Well, let's see how this goes. Round number 8. And, I mean, every time they break them, you think, well, now that's it. Now Astrala's back in the lead. They've got everything they need. And EG have managed to win some strange rounds from this kind of a back foot. No. Might be another one. Breeze close with the 5-7 to take down 2. They do break him, but still 3 versus 4. Surely it can't happen a third time.
And I'm not even going to say save. Just go for it at this time. I tried that last time. It seemed like the smart thing to do. They still won it here. Pistols, you have a 4-on-3. Still not a great chance to win this. Another Molotov going to be coming out. They just don't have the weapons to get back in. It would have to be Tarek with this deagle to provide an opening, to provide something. There's the wide angle, and yeah, it's just not going to happen. May just mows him down. All tied up at 4. 5-7's really coming back into style in a big way, isn't it?
It is. I don't even know why necessarily it was gone for us for as long as it was.
I think it's one of those weapons that was so, like, it was obviously strong, but like for the longest time you had the CZD that was well overpowered, and then you had the Tech 9 right afterwards that was so overpowered in terms of the pistol department that you were just like, why would we get anything except other than those weapons?
Yeah, that's probably it. And there's something about, I don't even know, like you pick up the P250 and you feel like you're in accuracy mode. You've got fewer bullets, you're sort of, you know, ready to line up those shots, and I guess the headshot range is a little bit further on that, so maybe something like that too. Small margins at that point, but still.
Yeah. May just gonna lead the way. Combined with Dupree coming out of Boiler. Dupree 1-7 at the moment. There's that 5-7, and yeah, Sipnix is just like, I don't want to mess with that. And he still loses. He backs up the whole way, gets advantage of range. Unfortunately, Cirque and Stan have gone down, so Breeze, he has to get aggressive into a fight that is just way too much of a disadvantage. So Astrala's gonna take the lead.
I really appreciate that he wanted to go for that anyway. I mean, you know, if you just wait around sort of a little bit scared in that hallway, that is not going to work out well. So why not just try and go for it? Ethan and Tarek now, 2 versus 4. And best they can do is steal a gun and try and run into the next round. Astralis, now, they've turned this into a great first half anyway for themselves. So, I don't know. Guess all is forgiven.
All is forgiven. That's the wild thing is so much success in those force outs with these pistols, but still Astralis just winning the rifle game, winning the gun game. We'll see if EG can recover. They should have a buy in the next round. Breeze and Cirque sitting at a good amount of money. So is Ethan. Cirque is certainly going to have that AWP. They can actually switch into or they can go back into a double op if they'd like to.
I don't know if I really want to see a double op on CT side Inferno. I just feel like it's...
Not a big fan?
It's just the retakes are going to be weird, and...
The retakes have already been weird.
Yeah, that's true.
I say we get, you know, multiple kinds of weird up in this game. Like...
Double down, well, they are doing that.
Thai massage weird.
Maybe that's possible. Maybe they could, I don't know, just bend Astralis into some weird positions. There's a lot of ways to go with that.
I was really afraid for you. I was thinking in my head, did I just throw him under the bus?
I was struggling to find my way through that without getting really... Yeah, exactly. You know what I would love to see at this particular moment is Cirque running up into the apps to try and take a peek down second mid, because actually Astralis have been super heavy on the apps play. You could probably find someone in that second mid. Flashed in by a teammate, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we see those plays from time to time. Actually, it's still a possibility with the route that he's running at the moment.
Might just be a double setup up there.
You might be a genius. Here he comes.
Unlikely.
No. Yeah, that's a good point. Ooh, and Device is just willing to charge through that smoke. That's going to be so confusing for Stanislaw. He's like, this is supposed to be one of the most tactical teams in the world, and Device just ran through smoke. Why is that a thing?
Yeah, everybody's confused now. Pretty even damage between Magisk and Ethan there. Glaive setting up in a position to Molotov on the quad there, and actually he's going to throw it instead, I guess, towards the archway. So both work from that balcony area. You could do so much. Ethan, Cirque, and Breeze on the A side ready to defend, and Tarek so far back on B. You could have a quick rotation as well. Still a minute left on the clock.
Hard part is, how do they want to play this defense? If they're going to split it up 2 and 2, they need to get Tarek into the bomb site to be more of an anchor, so that if Ethan does rotate over, not both of them are going to be blocked out by the smokes. And if you're Astralis, this is looking like a mid to B split. There's that smoke you need right in front of Library. Dupree can turn into alert. Glaive just making sure nobody comes from behind. They've got 35 seconds. They can still be patient with this. And look at the reposition of Tarek as well. I think Tarek and Ethan, their priority with the way that they're standing, and even with Ethan boosted up, their priority is making sure they don't get backstabbed. Let's just hold on to CT spawn. We can retake B.
Yeah, but if Tarek misses that gap shot, Ethan is still going to be in a very awkward position. He won't miss the shot, though. And Glaive goes down. Dupree, he's made his way in, and yeah, that was the trouble. The second player there, Tarek, doing a phenomenal job here. 9 seconds left. He's now hiding inside of the smoke. He must be looking at the clock, just thinking, any second now. There's the kill that ends the round. A beautiful triple out of Tarek, and EG bring it back.
That's some god-tier play from Tarek. Even just hiding in the smoke. He knows you either have to come for me and waste a bunch of time, or you're just going to try and get that planted, and I'll pop out whenever I damn well please. Nice sequence. Tough situation as well to read it with the split coming in onto the B bomb site. All tied up at 5.
Nobody being allowed to get away with too much here. Still some money left in the Astralis bank, and they'll be able to buy into this round. And after that, it's looking kind of grim. And EG don't have a lot of money either.
Yeah, it'll get sketchy for Astralis after this, especially if they can't get a plant. I think Glaive would be right on the edge. Good nade damage onto Magiskin device. Oh, Glaive's gonna go through that. Yes, indeed. He sees mid is clear, doesn't care about that smoke. How far does he want to go?
So playing a huge off angle here. This is sort of position that if you're turning the corner on Astralis, you're actually shoulder peeking for the pit instead. And that means you're way over peaking that off angle, and you're probably just going to be going down. But now, instead, they are doubling down almost more than that. 4 people towards the middle. Similar setup as they had earlier, but now they have much better rifles on the EG side. And Astralis, they are seconds away from walking into this trap. Is they going to be sprung? Their stand with the opening, the follow-up of Cirque, and now they're falling back. This is beautiful, isn't it? And Cirque even just waiting around. Nerve to do that, and again, the off angle is so hard to handle, and he's so quick as well, taking down Magus with the flick, and I don't know, that's a beautiful round.
They rotated the 4th player back just at the right moment. They had so much confidence to just stand their ground and take those fights. UMP up close really shuts that down. The Boiler player tries to trade him off, and that's being covered by Cirque, so just a solid defensive setup for EG. And now we just talked, I mean, the money for Astralis is kind of going away, but a couple players right on the edge, so what kind of a buy can they come out with? They are going to invest. It's 4 SMGs, it's 1 AK-47. That'll be on Dupree. 3 UMPs and a MAC-10. And here we are in round 12. So I haven't seen Cirque get too aggressive. We did see him flirt with the idea of an alt mid peak earlier in this half, but he hasn't gone back to it.
Glaive taking so much damage from the Molotov. Why are so many of them burning just early in the round with almost nothing else happening? A lot of damage onto Breeze as well. He's got the first kill already, but if he goes down, then the A bomb site will certainly follow. Now a little bit of backup, actually. A lot of backup has shown up. Everybody's vacated the B bomb site.
You can understand why. Look at Breeze's HP. They felt a lot of pressure, and they don't have a whole lot of presence towards lane. Everyone was kind of grouped up over towards the wrap side with Cirque and Tarek. So Breeze, the low HP player, was the only one to defend that half of the bomb site, but now they've shifted. They'll play retake on B. Ethan far back so we can get a quick cheat towards that A bomb site. He's already basically in CT spawn. Cirque inside the site, and Breeze, they have a very tenuous crossfire. A missed shot from Cirque could be such an issue. Yeah, and Breeze wanted to investigate.
Oh, actually, Tarek is there as well. The double op's working beautifully, and Cirque will take down Device. A triple kill for the young AWP player. 7-5 now. And moving into round number 13, you've got to feel like they're going to be very happy about that. Currently, just pistols on the Astralis side, upgrading to a couple of Deagles. 4 of them in play. Actually, just 3 and a couple of P250s. Overall, this is this is turning into a very, very respectable first half for EG. They could end up 2-0ing Astralis. What a wild day that would be.
Yeah, it really would be. I mean, even Duncan has been touting, you know, his support of this EG roster. Even predicting a 2-1. We'll see if Astralis can actually fight for that third map. This is, I mean, some of these defensive setups that EG have come up with have been great. They look much improved. I mean, obviously, the addition of Sanazar was going to take some time to click in, but it just seems to be getting better and better each event.
It does, and it was already great to begin with. It sort of had an explosive beginning. One thing that we haven't seen so much yet, not that he's really been playing badly, but some of the individual plays that we've seen out of Stanislaw in the past, I was super hyped up about it at the major especially, because he had such a fearless style that I just really sort of almost fell in love with a little bit. So I kind of want to see that back, even though I don't think they have to rely on it. In some ways it's good if they don't, but just every once in a while. Grenade will land right next to Dupree. He almost sat on it.
Oh, Ethan prepared for the turn of the corner. There's Tarek to add in, and a dink onto Tarek is going to force him to be passive, but they've done a great job keeping hold of this B bomb site. Nowhere close to getting a plant down. 8-5. EG rattling off 4 in a row now. What a wild start. If you go back, remember it was Pistaron to Astralis. 3 rounds in a row, EG had to retake bomb sites and defuse the bombs, and then they lost one, and then they had another defuse. I mean, they've had to really grind to survive some of the early pressure that Astralis put on to get to these 5 rounds.
Right now,
3 Creeks and an AK. 2 AKs.
Yeah, that's a powerful buy, isn't it? And all of the grenades they could really possibly want, but they've also put their whole bank into this round, so in some senses it better work. Not that 5 rounds could be manageable. There's the peak that I wanted, and I'm so sorry, Soy. That was awful advice on my part.
Well, he'll learn, like the rest of us have, not to listen to you.
Yeah. Hard lesson, that one, isn't it?
I like this call, though. Astralis going right back up banana. They've had control of top banana frequently, and they're just going to attack it. No tactics, no finesse, brute force. Great shot from Tarek, but no chance of him getting away. And no chance as well of Ethan coming in with, 2 kills through the smoke again. That nade will do an okay amount of damage, but there's just really no follow-up. And if you're NRG, you might as well go for this. There's 2 rounds left in the half, and you have plenty of money. Take the guns away.
What about if you're Evil Geniuses, though?
Ah, dang it. I was doing so good.
You were doing... Listen, I've been practicing in the mirror.
Just repeating EG and Evil Geniuses.
Oh, man. 3 versus 4. I feel like we're having a little bit of a battle here. We've got some good ones. It's just for our own amusement, but still.
I'm just imagining you just standing in front of a mirror.
Just trying. Don't be the one to say it.
Yeah.
Breeze will pick up 2 kills at the end. I guess that's something, but we actually have a lot of money here for round number 15. So ultimately, I guess that's fine. They should have gone for it.
Well, I don't even mind what they did, where you just set up and try and get the exit kills, right? They weren't actually going for it, but they're just saying, if Astralis wins this, they don't really have a whole lot of money. We can actually try and just take all those guns away and maybe limit what nades they can have. And I think they might have actually done a decent enough job of it. They got the 3 kills. The op is passed over, but Astralis will be missing a couple things. Still going to be strong buy out of them, but there's a few things they would have liked to have had. Meanwhile, EG, they should be just fine.
6 rounds on T side. Usually that means you're at least close to safety in that first half. Some of the rounds, you just think back to the beginning of this half, how it started out, how
the second round.
Yeah, just the second round, then even a little bit later on, that flank in from Breeze with the MP9 to get the kills, and the Molotov with the flashbang combo down in pit. A lot of really unlikely round wins, but it's been great. So many of these rounds win for EG here at the end. I could see it have all been diffuses.
Oh, I like this. I like this in the last round. Cirque, he's going to grab that pick. That's huge. Tarek is legged, but Magisk was ready. He returns with a double kill, and that's going to open up the A-bomb site. You have to imagine Device, who's in Hall, is already halfway up. It is going to pick up the pace and get an angle towards small pit. The entire defense, Ethan, Tarek, Stanislaw, they're all rotating over to this bomb site. And Device is surely going to get one, at least one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so ridiculous because that's such a cool play. And actually, in every way, Magisk, when he comes back to take that first fight, should have been not ready for the fact that there was a rifle player close, right? He should be thinking about the fact that Turk had the AWP further back, and somehow he just takes down both. No problem. So, kind of a, I don't know, not the hype we were looking for in the 15th round.
I liked it though. I mean, that's just, Mage is such a cool player. He does have like that power of just like a star player in terms of his skills, and then he obviously makes some very, very good decisions, which is one of the things that makes him such a good anchor player, as we've seen on Dust2 in the past, and as we're about to see in this next half when they switch over to the CT side, we'll see him in that pit. Desperate retake for EG, and they've won one or two desperate retake scenarios in this half. This one is just far beyond their reach. Good aggression from Glaive, gonna tap away right through the corner and into the forehead of Tarek. 8-7 for EG, with some miraculous wins early on in Astralis. I mean, the fact they're still able to manage to grind out 7 is spectacular.
It kind of is, and you know, ultimately that's the same scoreline that we had on Dust2 for the first half. So who knows what that means for the second half? That's going to be coming up right after the break. Stay with us.